What's up guys, Mark Nicholson here. So me and Beck's been chatting a little bit and we figured we would create this video on how to create your perfect customer avatar to obviously help you with your marketing, help you get better results with all your online efforts. For those of you who don't really know what a customer avatar is, or an ideal client avatar as you might have heard of it before, it is pretty much your ideal client, so the person. It is you describing the attributes, the characteristics, everything about who your ideal client is. And why this is important is for so many reasons, really. If you really don't understand who it is you're targeting from a marketing perspective, your messaging, your website, your social media posts, they will all just be so generic that they won't generally ever speak to anybody. And with marketing, it's always very important to have your messaging always speak directly to the type of person that you're looking to work with. And at the end of the day, whether or not you've been in business for some time now or not, if you've already had business before, the chances are you've had customers who just didn't enjoy working with, or who didn't utilize your products very well, left you bad reviews, and it's just simply because they weren't a good fit for your products or your services. But then you would have had some other customers who were perfect, who loved what you do, who loved you, who you loved to work with, who you just got on with so well. And what we want to do is we want to actually find more of these people, because these are the people that are going to truly value your services and your products, and also you're going to love working with. And the more of these type of people we can find, then obviously the better we can grow, the better you can grow your business, the easier it becomes to market your business, the easier it becomes to sell your products and services. So knowing exactly who it is you're targeting from your perfect ideal client avatar point of view is so important for all these different reasons and many more. And in this video, I'm just going to go through a short PowerPoint slide, which is going to pretty much give you everything you need to know to design your perfect customer avatar and take it forward from there. And what I'd recommend you do is I'll give you a worksheet at the end of this training as well, where you can actually go and fill in and print out potentially, and you can place that up on your wall as well, so you've always kind of got, okay, who am I targeting, what's their pain points, and then what's their goals, what's their aspirations, so you can always kind of come up with new content. You can always know that you're talking to this ideal client avatar. So let's just get straight into it. So obviously what we're talking about today is the perfect custom avatar. Okay, so as I said, this is probably one of the most important steps that so many people skip as well. And do not skip this step, okay, because it'll just make everything more difficult going forward. It'll make your marketing a lot more expensive and not perform anywhere near as well as it should, because you'll be targeting to so many different types of people with a generic message that doesn't resonate with anybody. Okay, so we need to kind of really be specific with this, and we really need to work hard on this step so it makes everything else easier, and it makes everything else more efficient and more effective going forward from here on out. So obviously it's important to get to know your ideal client avatar so we can send the right people into your funnel. And by funnel I mean obviously your sales, your marketing funnel, whatever that means to you, whatever that process is, whether or not it's just getting somebody onto a phone call. You know, if you obviously want to be speaking to the right people on the phone call, you want the right type of people to go to be going to your sales pages online, and you know, you want to be the right type of people to have coming into your clinic, your store, whatever it is, type of your business that you've got. You want the right people coming into it. And that's the only way to kind of work out who is the right person, the right people, is to do this exercise. And obviously you want people who you can really help, okay? You want people who you can get fantastic results for, people who are absolutely going to love your products, your services, but then also people who actually need your help. Don't market to those people who don't need your help, and who potentially may never need your help. It's just a waste of money. Obviously it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and a waste of effort. And obviously people who you enjoy working with. As I mentioned before, we've got to love what we do, otherwise we'll not do it as well as we are capable of doing. And one of the ways we can do that is by working with people who we love to work with. So this phrase is quite important. You know, if you could work with just one person, just only one person, who would that person be? And that's exactly what this exercise is all about. Now, if you could have this one dream client and they were going to pay you, 10 million pounds a year, to work with them and them only they were going to buy your product for this amount of money, who would it be? What is this perfect person? You might be saying, well, right now I don't care if they're going to pay me that much. It can be anyone. But it's not the right attitude. We need to make sure that we are targeting the right type of people with the marketing, with your messaging, because everything comes off the back of this exercise. You'll be tweaking your products on the back of this exercise. You'll be tweaking your websites. You'll be tweaking the type of content you put out there, the type of videos you create. You might even change your business name. You might even change your business logo. You might start marketing in different areas that you hadn't thought about before, because you've realized, actually, I'm targeting people who are my ideal clients via this method, but actually, if I market through this method, then I might find them easier. Or if I collaborate with this partner, I might find them easier. So from my research, there's pretty much 5 key parts to working out your ideal client avatar, and they are demographic information, psychographic information, problems, goals, vehicles, and the one person principle, which is what I kind of talked about before. This whole, who is the one person that you'd love to work with more than anything else. So demographics is you might hear a lot about just demographics and psychographics when it comes to kind of Facebook marketing and Facebook advertising, because Facebook rely heavily on what type of interests that your target audience has, because you target people based on what their interests are. Their interest is potentially, if you've got a course on well-being, on fitness, on maybe you're a personal trainer, for example. You might target people who have an interest in health, wellness, and mindset, running, gyms, certain health brands. These are interests and things that they do, but also people who are a certain gender, of a certain age. If you're a gym owner, you might target people in your location, and you might also think about, well, actually, maybe you work with business leaders, people who are business founders, hence why it comes into who do they identify as, what's their occupation, what's their income. Maybe the type of product or service you want to get out there is quite expensive, so you want to be targeting people of a higher income, of course, marital statuses, children, yes or no. So all these things that we're going to go through here don't apply to everyone. Okay, so maybe gender just doesn't apply to you. You can target men or women. That's fine. It's okay to do that. But if it does apply, then make sure you actually take that into consideration. Maybe you have 2 avatars. Maybe you have one male and one female. Maybe you have people who are married and not married, people who have children but don't have children, because these will have different interests, different hobbies, different goals, different aspirations. Who do they identify as? Are these people that you're targeting, do they identify as entrepreneurs? Just as someone who's health related, someone who loves football, someone who loves the Formula One. All these interests and different things that they actually like to do. People identify themselves as so many different ways. As an entrepreneur, somebody who is, let's call a founder, they might identify themselves as an entrepreneur, as a founder, as a CEO, as a business owner. There's so many different names for these type of peoples as well. And then you can target these people specifically with Facebook ads. You can target these specific type of demographics, and not just for Facebook, of course, but across everything. So yeah, this is obviously an important step, but this is all kind of laid out for you as well in a format within the worksheet that I'm going to give you at the end of this training as well. So demographics is important, obviously, for so many reasons, as just mentioned before. Getting into the mindset of who your target audience is, where they live, what type of income they've got, how old are they, what's their gender, so on and so on. Psychographics. So we've got interests, as I mentioned briefly before with the demographics. Interests are things like, do they read certain books? Are they interested in personal development? What's their online behaviors? That's things like, what blogs are they kind of involved in? Do they like to watch videos? Do they browse? Do they spend a lot of time on social media? Activities, what type of physical activities are they engaged with? What's their attitude? What's their personality traits? So we've got all these different types of things here which build up the psychographics aspect of this type of ideal client avatar. And this list goes on and on as well, really. But ultimately, I don't want you to think too hard on this exercise. I don't want you to be overwhelmed by it. I just want you to kind of understand that this exercise is important, and to just try to think about it on a interest. So think about one person that you'd love to work with. What could their interests be? They might be similar to what your interests are. Okay, completely dependent upon what your product or services that you're selling, of course. What type of attitudes are they got? Are they somebody who suffers from depression? Are they somebody who is struggling with motivation? Are they somebody who is highly motivated and eager, wants to learn, and is hungry? So, and personality traits as well. What type of personalities have they got? But then we kind of wanted to look a little bit deeper into the interest side of this, such as what books do they like, what magazines do they read, which thought leaders do they follow, things like Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, or other thought leaders out there as well, like Richard Branson, Elon Musk, or somebody in the personal training industry, somebody in the coaching industry, somebody in the e-commerce space potentially. It completely depends on who you're kind of targeting. Which blogs do they read? Which tools do they use? Which gyms do they attend? Again, this list just goes on and on and on. And if you kind of are struggling a little bit with this, what type of interests they have, what books do they like? You can actually just go to Amazon, for example, type in one book. It'll bring up other suggestions of other books as well. So you can actually get a better idea, okay, well, what type of books people might be liking, and then you can search based on books as well with your target audience. But not only that, if you know your target audience loves, let's just say, Think and Grow Rich as a simple example, you can actually maybe take a quote from Think and Grow Rich, or maybe you can take an image, the front cover of the book, and use that as some of your marketing material, or maybe talk about the book Think and Grow Rich, which then is going to resonate with your ideal client avatar, of course, which then they're going to be attracted to you because you are like them, and people like to be around people who they are like. Okay, so we all kind of start that little community aspect of things, which is obviously really key. Same with blogs. So if you can kind of find out what blogs people read in your target audience, not just blogs, but we can also then go into YouTube channels like vlogs as well. Who they follow on Instagram, because what we can do with that is we can actually then go potentially collaborate with the owners of these blogs, vlogs, Instagram channels, and we can actually ask them if we can maybe write a blog on their blog, and you'll be the guest vlogger, be a guest podcast interviewee, write a blog on their behalf, because then they are positioning you as the expert of what you're talking about in front of all of their target audience who they've already built up and who you've identified are potentially the same target audience that you are also looking to target. Okay, that's probably one of the most juiciest and simplest ways to actually get in front of everyone that you're looking to target. So I always kind of tell people, find some groups on Facebook, for example, which already have the attention of the people who you're looking to target. If you find those groups and then you start interacting in those groups, you start getting to know these people better, you start actually then chatting, you start posting, you can get some feedback, you can start conversations. Some of your first customers might even come from there, depending upon, of course, what type of service you're offering. And obviously, which tools do they use as well. So problems. So as business owners, we probably wouldn't be in business if we weren't looking to solve a problem. All of our customers have problems, no matter what, no matter how big or small they are. Everything from down to the razor blades, quite used as quite a good problem solver. People want to have a shave. But why do they want to have a shave? They want to have a shave so they can look good, so they can be more attractive, so they can feel better, so they can be presented in a more professional manner. So what type of problems does your ideal client have? Do they suffer from back pain? Do they suffer from being overweight? Do they have confidence issues? Are they a business owner who wants to kind of get better results from their business? Are they looking to kind of learn how to make a side hustle income? Are they looking to leave their 9-to-5 job? Just get really deep into the problems and try to list at least 10 problems what your customer's facing. And of course, this will all be on the worksheet as well. So this should be laid out for you in a simple manner. So 10 problems, then we'll move on to the goals. So what results are they actually trying to achieve? Again, list 10 results, what these people are trying to achieve. But not only that, why you think they actually want to achieve these results. So, let's just say somebody wants to own a Lamborghini. Okay, why do they want to own a Lamborghini? What's the deeper desire behind it? Let's say somebody's goal is to make £1 million. There's a reason behind why somebody wants to make £1 million. Or why does somebody want to lose weight? Why does somebody want to stop having back pains? Or why does somebody want to look better in a certain way, feel better in a certain way. It all comes back to kind of like an emotional level. So try to really dive into what goals are these people looking, or my ideal client looking to achieve, okay, and that my product or service can help them achieve. But why do they also want to achieve that goal or result? Because again, this can all be part of your marketing messaging, and it can all help with your content creation, so you can actually speak directly to these people. And then the last thing is this table here. But as you'll notice, I've added in this middle section, which is known as the vehicle. Okay, so this is your vehicle here. So this is your product, your service, the thing that you help people, get over their problems and help them achieve that result. So that's why this is in the middle here of this table. So we've got problems, the vehicle, which is the thing, which is your vehicle, which your vehicle is probably different to what other people offer, or it's presented in a different way, or the product is slightly different. Everyone's got a little unique approach to how they offer things, or what their product does compared to our competitors, why it's better, why it's maybe not as good in certain ways. So many different things. But also what can it help them achieve. And this table is in the worksheet, so this is going to be a really powerful thing for you to do and for you to work through. So for an example, so what problems does your perfect customer have? How does your solution help them get from A to B, the problem to the result, and what are they trying to achieve? An example is they feel like they have no time, yet their bank balance isn't where they want it to be. So somebody like an entrepreneur in this case, so they're working 15-hour days, but they're kind of just not making much more money. They could probably make the same amount of money working 8-hour days at a job. And the vehicle is giving them a proven framework to follow, all laid out in step-by-step process. All they have to do is follow the simple step-by-step process, do what it says to do, and they will actually start seeing more results, get better results with the time that they're investing. And so the end result is they get predictability in their business, allowing it to grow. And as revenue grows, they can win back more time by hiring and outsourcing. So you see, obviously, that's the main thing. So the result that they want is obviously more money, is more time. And the way they're going to do that is by implementing your proven framework, which is going to help them kind of eventually get better results to be able to afford to outsource work to other people. So it brings us back to this one question. If you could work with just one person and one person only, who would that person be? So I want you to really think hard about this and about what we've kind of talked about in this training when you're going through the worksheet. And feel free to kind of rewind back this training and maybe go through the worksheet exercises step by step to coincide with this training. And just a couple of other pointers I just want to add in at the end here. So always be thinking about what problems do you solve. And as I've mentioned, it's all about solving problems. So no matter what you offer, your product and service will solve specific problems for people, and specifically though for your ideal client avatar. But if you have a wide range of products or services, what offering provides the most value for you and your client? And what I mean by that is, if you offer quite a lot of different products or services, which one of your products offers you the best bang for buck, best return on investment, but at the same time gets your clients the best results? Because this could be the one product that you actually spend most of your time and resources behind, because it gets you the best results and brings you the best return on investment, but it also allows to get your clients to get the best results out of working with you or buying your products. And obviously, who has these problems? So think back to when you previously worked with people to help them solve their problems. Don't just fall into the trap of saying my products or services can help everyone and anyone. And we want to obviously be ultra specific and really just think about the one audience group, the one person. And what that one person, we're looking to try and find 100 people like that one person. Okay, so there's a thing in the marketing world which is kind of like called your dream 100, and there's two sides to this. Some people think of it as like, who are my dream 100 customers? But then there's another side which actually goes on to say, well, actually, who are the dream 100 people who already have the attention of my ideal client, of my customers? Because if I can find these 100 people who already have the attention, potentially they've got 1 million people at their fingertips who I can potentially reach. So that's the kind of like the principles behind the Dream 100 area there. And again, potentially, how are your competitors doing this? So maybe just do a bit of research into how they are doing. You can hack what they're doing. You can see what they're offering and who they're offering it to. You can maybe go into their funnels and see what type of funnels they are doing, what type of messaging they're seeing in their funnel, what pain points they're talking about, what problems are they talking about, what's the vehicle that they're trying to pitch to the audience to get from A to B where they want to be. What messages are your competitors putting out there across their social media channels, and so on. So that's it from this. Please don't skip the step. If you've already done this before, it might just be worth going back through it and doing it again, because your ideal client avatar does evolve. Okay, as you evolve, as your business evolves, this will evolve with it. Don't ever think this is just, okay, I'll do it once and that's it, it's set now for life. Everything changes in this world. Nothing ever stands still, and that includes the people who you work with. As you grow, as you evolve, your prices might rise. You might want to start working with a higher caliber of person or people. So again, please make sure you are editing this and you are changing this on a regular basis, and potentially at least once a year, and potentially maybe it's every 6 months as well. So the download template will be in the description somewhere around here. We will apply a link where you can go and download it and work through that. Any questions that you have whatsoever, feel free just to pop them in the comments below this video, or get in touch with either myself or Beck. Obviously my name is Mark Nicholson, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, so get in touch with any of us if you need any help whatsoever. And yeah, good luck with it. I hope you enjoy the exercise, and we will catch you again soon.